Hello and welcome to today's webinar on understanding articles of association for a private limited company. It's lovely to have you here with me today. If you haven't met me before, my name's Jackie Sheldon. I was a corporate solicitor in practice. I worked and trained at Taylor Wessing in London. I moved to the Northwest and I was at Polonius and Hammonds in the Northwest. I was in practice for 10 years. I left practice. I moved to teach. I've now been teaching for over 18 years. I am certified business and management educator, and I'm qualified to teach up to master's level. But I only teach the areas I specialised in practice, and articles is fundamental for a corporate lawyer, which is why you've got me taking you for today's webinar. So let's have a look at our plan of attack for today. We're going to start off just briefly thinking about the fundamentals of company law, and in particular, focusing on the historic origin of the articles. And I also want to touch on memorandums of association as well, and what happens when you have a set of articles that predates the Companies Act 2006. We'll look at our current view of articles. We'll talk about the model articles, and we're going to keep touching on the model articles as we work through the webinar. We'll think about how you can amend your articles at any time, and the very small limit on your powers of amendment as a shareholder. We'll look at how to enforce your articles and who is able to enforce the articles. And then we're going to look at some current law. And in particular, we're going to think about a High Court case in 2022, which was Hashmi Lorimer Wing. And then we are going to fix the issue in relation to Hashmi Lorimer Wing. We'll look at solutions for a sole director to address the issue arising from that case, because there are circumstances where we may still need to deal with it. But then thankfully, we're also going to move on and look at the current case law in November 2024 that did assist the issue that arose from the Hashmi Lorimer Wing case. So we'll start off thinking about company law sources. Now, mainly as a corporate lawyer, we are thinking about statutes. So obviously we've got the key statute, the Companies Act 2006, as amended, and it was amended by the Small Business Enterprise and Employment Act, and much more recently, the Economic Crime and Corporate Transparency Act. As a corporate lawyer, we also have other statutes as well, like the Insolvency Act, the Company Directors Disqualification Act, and the Criminal Justice Act. Now, those statutes don't sit in a vacuum. So, for example, directors' duties come from the statute, and then we use common law to interpret the statute where we need to. We're not going to focus on European directives today. We're going to think about the Companies Act and the impacts that case law has on that.